For today's cup of coffee, youngest kid is exploring music.
Yes.
Antique music from my high school years. Oh, that's all.
It's quite antique.
Thing. Well, it's like anymore things had like
Antique
they have like a half
years.
a second shelf life. If it's something from a year ago, they're putting it in vintage whatever.
Which is not right.
It's not right. But he was listening to Africa by Toto. It was a good song. Mm-hmm. I think that came out when I was like a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Which was a considerable amount of time ago, granted.
Yeah.
Longer than I like to admit.
Still good music.
It is good music. It was just one of those timeless sounds. There's quite a few of them, and the kids need to be exposed to some of the music.
We need more music like
that was back then.
We need more music like that now.
Well, unfortunately, music has a tendency to reflect the time in which it is written. Which is why we have shit music today.
Yeah.
For today's cup of coffee, we are going to be doing a couple What the Fuck files. These are not hardcore, because right now I don't know that any of us need more hardcore.
A couple of What the Fuck files?
Mm-hmm. Because they're short.
Okay.
They're short. And the first one is by Alice Peacock. What a cool name that is. And November the 22nd of 2022. And this is from the Mirror. And unfortunately, an old man was trampled by a cow.
How? What do you do? What'd you do to the cow?
It says a pensioner has died after being trampled by a cow that escaped from a livestock market. The animal escaped from the Whitland Mart livestock market in one of these shire towns in Whitland.
Oh my God.
On the morning of Saturday, November the 19th. And injured him in the town square, the town center.
Okay.
So it was just for all to see. And the police department, that I'm not even going to try to pronounce and embarrass myself, confirmed that the man unfortunately did die.
I mean, that's obvious.
And it says, speaking shortly after the attack, a police spokesman said the cow had come across the elderly man in North Road, where it attacked and trampled him.
He was just minding his own business.
The
poor old man was just minding his own business.
The man sustained serious injuries as a result. Following this, the cow went onto the rail track in the area, and trains had to be put on stop as a result to prevent danger to the passengers. Now, you wouldn't think that as far as a cow derailing, but I don't know.
I'm sure his family really had a cow when they got the news.
It says eventually the cow made its way to a field where it was dispatched with the consent of its owner after an attempt to contain it failed. Why didn't they just say that the cow is now on somebody's table? You ain't going to waste a perfectly good cow.
The cow has now been eaten. The cow has now been
it says that the old man was flown to University Hospital in Wales and Cardiff for treatment, but he later did die. Now, we don't know how old the man was. Was he just toddling along?
He could have just been sitting there. Standing there,
right?
Something.
It could have been that he was so frail that just the cow passing by knocked him over.
A sniff.
But it says
it was a
that
sniff. It was a snort. The damn cow snorted or farted, and it blew him off of the damn chair.
It could have happened. There are people that it could have happened, but it said it attacked and trampled. Okay.
That cow had a grudge. That cow had a mission and it recognized him.
It may have. It may have. There was some kind of bird, I think it was magpies, that I was reading about the other day that was in Australia. Of course, it was in Australia.
Yeah.
And that they had remembered when people had done bad things to them. Mm-hmm. And would fly and attack these people and peck at their eyes. What is it with Australia? God love y'all that are down in Australia. Y'all are a hardy people because you are at peril every given way.
There's birds that will recognize us.
We are not mean to the birds.
No, but it's still over here in America. We got similar shit over here.
But as far as
it's not just them.
I want to know exactly, other than
it's just
trampled, how it attacked the old man. Apparently, it knocked him down. And
it must have headbutted him, ran right into him.
And then stomped him.
Yeah.
You know, that would be a hell of a way to die. I mean, honestly, of all the things to be known for, like, it's like, yeah, a cow stomped him to death.
Womp womp.
It's just sort of anticlimactic, isn't it? So, that's your first What the Fuck file. And then the second one today is also from the Mirror and by Paige Freshwater, November the 29th of 2022. A dad has been slammed for stealing his neighbor's garden gnome. Because it made his 5-year-old son cry with fear. And it says, talking to Reddit, the dad said, of course on Reddit, quote, "My neighbor Cindy has a large front garden. She grows flowers and some produce. Sometimes she comes over with extras, which is nice. And she also has a gnome village in her garden. You know, those tacky garden gnomes you see in the lawn and garden stores that you can paint or whatnot. Well, recently Cindy got a new gnome. The gnome is just a normal gnome, like with a gardening hoe and a basket of flowers." End quote. But after watching his son burst into tears over the new gnome, the dad decided to speak with the 34-year-old Cindy about the issue he was facing. He asked her whether she could move the garden ornament to the back of her garden or place it behind the bushes on her patio. But she outright refused. The father stated, quote, "A few days ago my son was outside playing and his ball rolled into Cindy's yard. He refused to go get it, crying and begging me to get the ball. I got the ball and moved the gnome behind some flower bushes. My plan was to move it back once my son stopped playing. Cindy came out to water the garden, noticed the gnome was gone, and demanded to know where it was. She even threatened to call the police on me over a gnome. I gave her back the gnome. Cindy told me..."
So he did steal the gnome.
"Cindy told me not to come on her property again." Apparently. So he's lied even during his statement. Because first he said he moved it, then he said he gave it back. So he is a gnome nabber. And it says that...
It's like I'm a lamp nabber. I nabbed a lamp today.
Annoyed by Cindy's reaction, the man vented to his wife, claiming their neighbor overreacted about him moving the garden ornament. Okay, again, did he move it or did he steal it?
Yeah.
However, she didn't give him the response he was after. He further stated, "She also thinks I shouldn't have taken the gnome."
So you did steal it.
And it says, she says our son will get over his fear in time and he'll just have to play in the back. I think our son has a right to play in his own front yard without being scared of a gnome, end quote.
How about you teach him that the gnome isn't scary?
While most users agree he shouldn't have stolen the gnome, others question the lesson he was trying to teach his son. All right, the lesson he is trying to teach his son is that the son is a ninny.
Yeah.
5-year-old kid afraid of a garden gnome.
Yeah.
Maybe he should take him to visit the grave of the man that was trampled by the cow. Now, I understand. Kids have some weird fears and stuff like that.
Yes, let him watch.
But to sit there
some
and
poor guy get trampled.
But to sit there.
Let's traumatize the kid rather than teach the child.
So what is the father teaching the kid? Yeah, it's okay to go and take somebody else's shit if you're afraid.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's teaching the kid how to be a nanny.
Yes. Yes.
It's like weak fathers produce weak children. I mean, that's... And then he's complaining about the neighbor overreacting. It was her gnome.
On her property.
The fact that the kid is a nanny is not her problem. But the father, who apparently is a nanny himself, made
You literally just look at the child, look at the gnome, and be like, that gnome ain't gonna get you.
It's like, dude, it's ceramic. Now,
if you watch out, if you're up past 12, watch out. That's when it comes alive.
Absolutely, the gnomes will come and they will eat your face off.
That's when you should be scared. That's the only time you need to be scared of them. During the day, you're perfectly safe.
It's apparently not a parent like I was when you were making the noises and I told you the kumquats would come and eat your face off. That you were calling them with that noise.
I did it more.
No,
I did it.
You sort of looked sideways, like, is she serious or is she not?
Yeah. I didn't know if that was like a legit thing, if you believed that or not.
Well, you were also read the original Grimm's fairy tales.
I was.
You know, there were two different websites that were discussing the origins. The origins. You're not afraid of garden gnomes, so I did something right. But they were talking about how that the original Grimm's fairy tales can no longer be read to children because they're scary.
That's the point.
That's the reason that the kids act the way they are, and that is scary.
Yes.
You know, that they're afraid of life. If you bubble wrap them, then that shit.
They're literally morality tales.
They are. And in some ways, it wasn't just morality stories. It was a matter, these people lived during times where there were things that would eat your face off. There were wolves. You didn't go wandering about and doing different things like that. They lived in a scary time, which was why the stories were scary, to reflect that.
Yeah.
Now it's the kids that are scary. They really are.
They ain't scared. They're the scared ones.
Yes, but fear somebody that is panicked all the damn time, they can be a danger to themselves and others.
That is true. Yeah.
So, like I said, this is
Go to the smoke shop. Get some of those gummies.
These are fun.
Go to the dispensary.
Files. A 5-year-old kid afraid of a garden gnome. I mean, honestly, if he wanted to
They got some that says 100 grams per gummy. All in all, in the bottle, it's 1,000 grams.
He could have gone over. Now, just think, they lost a neighbor and a friend because that they were not. They didn't have enough sense to take the kid over there and say, "Look, it's all right." I don't know, why was it the new gnome? She had other gnomes. Kid wasn't afraid of them.
I don't know.
Now,
maybe it was just that gnome in specific. Maybe there was maybe he was seeing something on it. Who knew?
The little gnome that we had.
Who knew? Like new news came out. Who knew? Like I've already solved the case. Who knew that there was a spirit attached to that gnome?
Well, that could be. That could be. Had it been that kid, would I have considered? I would have had
hooking the gnome up to a thing of fishing line. We would have had that and doing it in his window.
We would have had that son of a bitch gawked out. Are you
creeped
kidding?
Out?
Are you kidding?
Demonic gnome in our yard.
That's a thought. That's a
children feet sticking out of its face.
This is a rescue gnome. That's our backdrop. Where did you find him?
I got him from the Dollar Tree, and then he fell off the shelf.
The Dollar Tree, and he fell. And,
He had a fall.
It's okay, because we still love him, even though the little pointedness of his hat is no
His
longer
little
there.
flat cap now.
It's okay.
He's a little flat capped.
It's all right. But I mean, of course, we have our skeletons. It's seasonal.
Capped.
It's seasonal that we need to put the Santa hats on them. Yeah.
Or we can just get a Santa gnome.
No, he's not going out on the porch because the other ones will. But the skeletons, we've got to put the Santa hats on them. We have some that are specific to this time of year. I assure you that the kids who are up the road from us, they don't have a problem with the skulls and the skeletons on the front porch. You know, those kids
their parents are scarier.
No, they're really not. They're kind of good parents because those kids are rough and tumble.
That's true, yeah.
And they fall down, whatever. They pick themselves back up. Now, I have concern for the little boy because there's older girls.
He's getting beat up. He's getting beat up.
But he will eventually grow out of that.
We can hope. We can hope.
No, those kids will be fine. And they do, even, we're sitting there going, damn, it's cold, and those kids in shorts. And they probably will have better immune systems than a lot of other people.
Yeah. Damn, I wish I had a good immune system right now.
You know. You? Boy, yeah.
What I want for Christmas, a good immune system. Can I buy that on layaway?
Yes,
can I get that on layaway?
It's called a bottle of vitamin C.
It's called a bottle of vodka. That's sweet. Here you go.
That with the vitamin C, you can wash it down with that.
Burn anything out with a bottle of vodka, with a shot of vodka.
But there comes a point in time, children need to learn. If you fall down,
apparently I'm burning from the inside out.
It's because you're vaping while we're doing this. If they fall down, they get hurt, you sit there and you look at them and you go, you're all right. You're all right.
I'm all right. I'm dying on the inside right now.
You're all right. Kids will, by the parent's reaction, that is how they know how badly they're hurt. So if the parent panics, guess what? The kid is going to panic.
You good?
You're all right. Okay. That was it. There's no blood. There's no protruding bone. Even in the times that there was blood, you're sitting there going, oh, shit. You put a washcloth on it. I really should have bought stock in Dermabond.
It was me.
It was you. It was you. But you learned not to panic.
I'm good. I know not to panic now. Especially when I'm vomiting. I'm a very
not while they're having their coffee.
I'm a very efficient puker. I about like 5 pukes. Wham, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, and
I'm good.
And even that, you're like, I'll holler in there going, yeah. He's like, yeah. And it's like,
yeah, I'm good.
If you need it,
I'm good.
Holler at me.
Oh God, I'm good.
But now this 5-year-old. Kid to sit there,
head in the bucket,
to sit there and take somebody else's property because the 5-year-old is, he could have walked him over there. I'm sure the neighbor would have said, hey, this is the new gnome. What about him don't you like? What is different from this gnome from the other gnomes? Maybe I should have called this one the We Are Fucked Files.
Yeah. Yeah.
God help.
We're doomed.
That's all right. As I get older, maybe a cow will trample me.
We got cows right over there. There was one in our yard this past summer.
Yeah.
I'm like, whose cow was that?
Well, you know whose cow it was.
I knew, but that was a vine rip.
You were trying to feed it an apple.
I was.
Yeah.
Be like, come here. Come by here, little cow. Come by here.
Oh my
Mama,
God.
we got food.
No, it's just
I'd be trying to ride the damn thing.
We know who the farmer is, and
I'd be trying to ride the damn thing.
No,
those things are bony as fuck. According to that, that's what Dad said.
Well,
Never try to ride them.
Look at the cows. You can see those are...
They never got fed, right?
They're free-range cows.
They're bony as fuck.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Natural cows
graze. They graze. So, what the fuck, Files? Do not have your children learn to confront their fears.
The cows
don't feed into that. Now, the closet thing, that's different. And I would bet you that this is the same...
I'd be the one hiding in
the
the
same
closet,
type of parent...
scaring the children.
That would just not even pay any attention, Now, if a kid is afraid of the dark, that is totally different than a garden gnome. Because we do believe in going in there, making sure that there's not some kind of demonic something, not some kind of whatever. Pay attention to the kid. Even on that, did the dad sit there and ask the kid, why are you afraid of this gnome? What is different?
Yeah, be like, what? Why do you not like this gnome? Like,
right.
Is it the colors? Is it too realistic? What?
Yeah, I mean, you don't.
Was it a replica from that one gnome movie? I think it was by Full Moon.
Probably. I will tell you this. In this area, you don't go on people's lawns. You don't go near on their property and steal shit because you will. There's a good chance
get shot.
That or hit upside the head.
You will get beat or shot.
Yeah.
Which one would you rather? You gotta pick your poison on that. Beat or shot. I think I would rather be shot than be beat by some.
But we covered the gnome nabbing ring that is over there in the UK. I don't know what's wrong with y'all people. Why are you going around and stealing other people's gnomes? Don't do that shit.
They do that. Y'all got gnomes on like back order all the time. Y'all got shit on non-stop supply.
But why?
Y'all are the main ones who are manufacturing the shit. Y'all don't got a shortage.
Right. Don't be taking other people's gnomes. That's not nice.
Y'all can find them in the dumpsters, find them on the streets. You can find them in Goodwills. I don't know. I think y'all got Goodwills now.
I don't know whether they have Goodwill.
I think they got Goodwills.
They got it. They're bound to have secondhand
When I worked there, I think they
stores.
do got Goodwills.
God help. Don't be raising more ninnies. The world has its quota right now. But most of those people are not from areas like this. If they're from areas
Chase your
like
siblings around in a pirate mask.
Yeah. God, that was brilliant.
Whack your sibling in the face.
That was hilarious. He just looked at him. It was hilarious.
Didn't I ever scare Elijah?
Just by presence of being that, and it's like it was this chronic. Oh, there's blood. There is protruding blood. What has he done today? You were the drama child.
Is it me? Am I the drama?
Yes, always the drama. Any closing words on this what the fuck file?
Scare your children. Traumatize your children.
Yeah, it helps.
Give your children. It
helps them become stronger people.
The final 2 episodes of Ghost Rider. That traumatized children. It will make your children watch that shit.
What was that? As far as...
It was this bubblegum monster that came alive and like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like this purple bubblegum
That's why y'all got to watch things like Invader Zim and, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I wasn't allowed to watch stuff like The Amanda Show and...
No, because that taught children how to be nannies.
Oh my God.
No, honestly, now that is different. That's a totally different agenda because that is an agenda. Because when you have these shows that are live action, and that the teenagers, they know everything. The parents are stupid. As far as the father was shown as being weak, a lot of times effeminate, different things like that. No, hell no. That is totally different than a cartoon. That's an agenda to break down society, which has been quite effective. And then you've got these 12 and 13-year-olds. They go out here and they don't know how the world works.
Sense.
What?
That wasn't the Amanda show. No, that was no. That was Drake and Josh.
That was a lot of them. It really was.
In the Amanda show, you never saw the parents.
And I maybe I'm thinking of Hannah Montana.
You saw the parents like a couple times during the movie, during the show, but like it wasn't like a whole ass like.
There was a lot of them that was like that, though.
It was like
maybe
a comedy
I may
type
have
thing.
gotten confused with that one and Hannah Montana, which we see how she turned out now, didn't we? Money is not everything. No, it's a matter of being a decent human being.
Poor Amanda Bynes, look at her now.
Did she go crazy too?
Oh yeah, you missed that whole saga.
That's why I didn't.
Oh, you missed that whole saga. She had a blue wig at one point. It was this horrible teal blue wig.
See again,
And it was so shiny, and it was so tangled.
The We Are Fucked files. That's part of that.
And this other horrible blonde wig. Now she has a horrible heart tattoo on her face.
On her face?
Yeah, on her cheek.
On her face.
Yeah. It's just line art of a heart. Like a regular like stamp heart.
Oh God. Anyhow, we'll leave it at the gnome. This is what happens when parents steal gnomes. Bad shit happens to the kids. They grow up to be bigger ninnies, and then they go on the twatter and post stupid shit. So, final thoughts.
I'm good.
If you've had experiences with the supernatural, paranormal, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, bad parents, people who would dare come on your property and steal anything. I don't care if it's a toothpick.
Where my money?
Really,
if you're gonna take that, where my money?
Be slapped down.
If you're gonna take something off my lawn, at least fucking put the money in the mailbox.
Right, and even on that, it's like we'll barter on some of this stuff. We'll find a fair price on some of it too.
I heard some weird sound from somewhere.
I don't know.
I heard a whoa.
We're finishing.
Ah!
Our cats are not even
did
news.
that?
Send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. Links to the articles will be in the description box. The email will be in the description box. See, this is what happens. Y'all have no clue how many distractions
you get the whole
are
spiel
around me, and I sound like some kind of blithering idiot.
You get the whole spiel. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads.
What about thank you all?
Thank you all. Have a good. Cut that off for this episode. This episode just went somewhere else.
It's because of you. It's because.
Leave me alone. I'm on a different level right now.
Know that y'all are loved, and we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.
Bye.